All right. Happy Monday, guys. Like I just said, I'm super excited to chat about the topic tonight of content. And I know that is such a broad topic. So before we get started, I am going to finish admitting everybody in from the waiting room, but it wouldn't be a Monday if we didn't start it out with our I ams. So go ahead and fill the chat with your I ams for this week, this month, and this year. I want some big scary ones in there, right? Every single morning, and I know I shared mine with you last week, but every single morning my I ams that I write down, I speak them to myself every single morning when I sit down. So I'm not just blowing smoke. I do them with you guys. I am a firm believer in them. If you see this board, we rearranged my office. So my dream board is still over there, but my goal board for the month is right there. So that has I ams on it. It has volume goals. It has rank goals for people. It has things that I speak into the universe. So I write out multiple things at the beginning of every single month, not just my I ams daily, but at the beginning of the month, I speak out over my team, different things that I know people are running for, or that I know the potential's theirs to run for. And I write out goals, like giveaway goals and stuff like that I personally want to do for myself. So now that I have pretty much admitted everybody in from the waiting room, I will continue to check it out. Continue writing out your I ams just so we get a full start to this Monday. I'm honestly, with everything going on, if you are not speaking to the world that you have already earned a bonus, we're going to start tonight. So if you have not already, can you go ahead and put in the chat, I am a, and then the whatever bonus you are going for, earner. Let's speak it out. What bonus are you earning in the next 4 months? There are so many people that are running on 2 accounts for them and their husband, or them and their significant other, or them and a parent. And it's honestly amazing the amounts. I know we have a couple people on my downline alone that are running towards $52,000 this month. Like, it's insane, that life-changing money. So go ahead and speak those out of what bonus you are claiming, because it's going to happen. But I want to talk about content tonight. And I know that is such a broad topic, and you're probably like, where is Lynn's going to go with it? Well, I have a little bit of different areas I'm going to go with it. And then at the very end, like I said, we will have a Q&A. You can drop whatever you want into the chat option, and I'm an open book, so I will answer it. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is something that's on my heart, especially during bonus season. And that is what I call right now, with everything going on, we are definitely in bonus season, right? Who can agree? And I feel like it's, and if you're in my downline, you've heard me say this before. I don't necessarily like the word level up, but I like upgrades. I am an iPhone person, so I always like to say iOS is upgrading, right? You are upgrading what you're doing for your business. You are completely upgrading yourself. That starts with your content. And there's a lot of stigma around content, that you have to have the best picture, that you have to have the best preset, that you have to have whatever, a look, right? Now, am I downgrading this look? No. Do I love an aesthetically pleasing page as much as the next person? Absolutely. And do I go bonkers if I feel like my page is not aesthetically pleasing? Absolutely. But I want to tell y'all, I became a 6-figure earner with this company before I ever knew what a preset was. So if you are saying that your page and aesthetically pleasing and whatever it is the reason that you aren't doing this, or if you're so focused on a certain look and you are saying and you're telling yourself these things, I want you to call it what it is. It's a fear. When you get uncomfortable, you start to tell yourself your fears. It can work in so many parts of your life. When you get uncomfortable, say that you are nervous about being salesy, right, in your posts. Who has ever had that fear? Look at all the hands go up. When you're uncomfortable and you read a post, do you instantly start to be like, oh my gosh, do I sound salesy? Have you ever realized that it's not that you're salesy, it's that it's your fear? And so that's what you're telling yourself and that's what you're seeing. So say that your fear is pictures of yourself. Say, and I hear this all the time, I don't have pictures of myself. I don't like taking pictures of myself. I like whatever it may be, right? And I hear this all the time and I'm like, same, because that was me. Hated pictures of myself, hated taking pictures of myself. So whenever it came to posting, it was, I don't have a picture. Or this picture isn't good enough. And I would make somebody take like 37,000 pictures. Now I'm to the point, Rob takes one picture and I'm like, as long as my eyes are open, I'm posting it. Because I know when I look at things, it's my fears talking. Content has so much to do with your fear and that you stop yourself from actually doing it. How many people here have ever went to go make a post and then you started critiquing every little thing about it, from your words to your preset to your picture to the length to the whatever it may be? That is your fear. That is you in your brain so worried about doing this that you're telling yourself that you are, that it's stopping you from doing anything. So I want you to hold on to that, especially these next 4 months. Y'all, if you can break through these fears, if you can break through these mind blocks with content, there will be nothing in your way. Nothing stopping you from earning a bonus, nothing stopping you from building an amazing business, nothing stopping you from working and showing up daily. We give ourselves permission not to show up. We give ourselves permission to believe these fears. I cannot tell you how many times I hear when I talk to a newbie who has just started, and if you have just started, welcome to our tribe. And if you have no idea who I am, hey, I'm Linz. If you're brand new, nice to meet you. I'm one of your 200K leaders. But something that is huge for me when new people start is they say, I'm going to figure out how to post. I'm going to learn how to post, or I'm going to research how to post. Y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, 3 years into this, almost, I don't know, I started when I was 19 and I'm 27. So I don't know how many years is that? Like 8 years, almost 9 years. I don't know, y'all, in this industry as a whole, I just aged myself, I'm sure. But in this industry as a whole, you are going to be researching your entire life. I need you to be a learn it all, not a know it all. Okay. I need you in this industry to be a learn it all and not a know it all. I need you to fail forward. I need you to completely suck at first. You know why? Because if you completely suck at first, guess what? We have room to grow. If you completely suck at posting, if you completely suck at taking pictures, if you completely suck at whatever it is, social media, guess what? We're going to link arms and we have room to now grow. So when it comes to your content, I need you guys to stop allowing the fear of being awful at something to be what stops you. I need the fact that you don't know what you're doing to be what sets your ass on fire. And I'm sorry if you're new to me, I do cuss. I have no filter. I love y'all, but I don't. So if there's littles around, I am not the Zoom for them to be on, just an FYI. But for real, I need you to suck, because if you are awful at something, you're failing forward, but you're putting yourself out there to learn. If you come to me, and I all the time, I tell my personally enrolled, I say, come to me, let me do a social media audit for you. Let me do these things. But if I go and I look at your page and there's absolutely nothing for me to audit, how am I supposed to help you learn? How am I supposed to teach you what to expand on or what to kind of twist? I can promise you, you're never doing anything wrong. This is your business. I am never going to come to you and say you aren't doing anything wrong. But what I will say is, if you come to me and you ask me for advice, I'm going to say there's nothing for me to do because you're not working. So when I said that this was a content training, I'm not going to tell you what to post. I'm not. Sorry. If you got on here thinking I was going to give you some great post ideas for the next 4 months, well, I ain't it. Sorry. But what I am going to do is I am going to tell you that you're in your own way. Content isn't as hard as we make it out to be. It's the fear that stops us, okay? Content is not that difficult when you aren't afraid to try. It's like riding a bike. When you hop on a bike, there is very small amount of people that just automatically start riding, right? If you have kids, you know, they get on a bike and they probably fell, right? I know I did. I know my nieces and nephews did. I'm sure Ryland will, because he falls walking on, he's his mother's son. He falls walking on flat surface, so it's fine. But you have to fall. I'm not saying you're going to stay down when you fall. What I'm saying is, if you don't put out that awful post in your head, that one awful post where you talk about all the details of the company, where you talk about all the details of your products and why you're using it, that one post might be the one thing that has somebody say, I'm going to reach out and see what she's doing. What is this bonus that she's talking about? What is this product that she's talking about? What is this XYZ that she's talking about? But the thing is, I need you to talk about it. Because you might think, because when you join an industry and you join a company, you tend to then follow people in your same company, right? So how many people hear your social media when you are scrolling? All you see is Thrive, right? You probably see a ton of Thrivers. So you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to be this. That isn't everybody's news feed. Somebody who is your friend is not following your entire team. Somebody who is your friend is not seeing your news feed. You could be literally the only Thriver on their news feed, and they have no idea what you're doing because you aren't sharing. So I want to talk about a couple key topics when it comes to content, and then I'm going to pass it over to Taylor, and I'll tell you why in just a second, why I think she was perfect for this topic tonight, because I think a lot of you guys are going to relate to her. So when you're what I am going to do is I'm going to show you how I create my content. I'm not going to tell you what to write, but I am going to tell you the mindset I get into when I am creating content and I'm batching out content. Last night, I batched out, I think it was like 18 or 19 captions while sitting watching a movie with Rylan and Rob. So I want you to ask yourself, what is your favorite product right now? What is your favorite product right now and why? Not why is in the science, but why is it your favorite product right now? Is it the Ultras because the appetite control? Perfect. Is it Balance, which right now is actually free for all first-time customers of 150 plus? So is it Balance? And it's because of the flat tummy effect, and it's because you'll go to bed bloated and wake up like Halle Berry. I don't know. Like, what is it, right? What is it to you? Is it Sculpt? Is it Activate, Mom Fuel? Is it all 3 steps? Pick something that today you are so damn thankful for. Pick something about the product, one product that you are so damn thankful for right now. And the reason I say that is I want you to figure out why, because that why is your post for tomorrow. Simple, right? Okay, and of course, you know I'm the queen of 5s, so obviously know your 5s. If you have no idea what I'm talking about for 5s, go into Unit 2 on the Hustling Team page and watch my 5s video. If you're on my downline and you've watched that and you still are confused, go into Limitless Team page and go into topics and go under first 14 days. And I did an entire 5s training also on there. So there are so many different things for 5s. So if you are new and you have no idea what 5s are, you got lots of videos of me. If you don't like my voice, well, I mean, ask your enroller because I'm sure they can help you walk through it. But let's move on. So ask yourself why you love this comp plan. Obviously 5s, but tomorrow is payday. Why do you love payday? Ask yourself, I don't care if it's $10. What did that $10 do for you? Did it buy your lunch? Did it help put $10 into your gas tank? Did it buy diapers? What did it do? What did that $10 do? Did you put it towards savings? What were you able to do? So many people are so wrapped up on the amount that they aren't focusing on the impact. There are people that you're making $10 for free on social media by sharing a product that you genuinely love on a kick-ass team. If I'm like gonna toot our own horns, like we're pretty amazing. And there are people who would kill for $10, and here you are making it from your phone. Stop looking at the amount and getting upset, and start realizing that you're in control of that amount. That $10 you could put towards savings. $10 starts to add up, y'all. It really does. So don't look at the amount, look at what you're doing with it. Look at what you're able to do with it. It's not about the amount, it's about the impact. So really, really start to look at that. So ask yourself tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern when that paycheck hits. I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to say, this feeling, what do I feel right now? Why am I here? Why do I do this? That's a post. Ask yourself who would benefit from your product. Okay. So I want you to think about, I'm going to read the chat when Taylor's talking. So if you are writing questions and stuff, I see them coming up, but I will answer them after. I want you to ask yourself who would benefit from your products. Who would benefit from Thrive to you? Is it moms? Is it students? Is it your best friend? Is it, I don't know, a college person? Is it a nurse? Is it a doctor? Is it a teacher? Is it like, who would benefit? That's a post. That's who you're reaching out to. Why would they benefit from it? Why would they benefit from your products? If they're a teacher, why would they benefit from it? Is it the mental clarity? If they're a nurse, why would they benefit from it? Is it the fact that it's getting your gut in check, aka where your immune system is housed? Why? Why are these things important? Next, I want you to ask yourself, who would benefit from your comp plan? Who would benefit from this comp plan? Not only our comp plan, but the fact that we have an entire comp plan on top of our comp plan right now. Who would benefit from that? Because I'm going to tell you everybody, but if you don't feel like it's everybody in the world, I want you to think about who. Is it that stay-at-home mom who wants to make an extra $500 a month to pay for diapers and formula? Is it that college student who needs money to get by but is also in school? Is it like me? I was in nursing school and I was in my last semester and I literally couldn't work and finish nursing school. There was just not enough hours in the day. So for me, it was that. Think about who would benefit from your comp plan and why. Who is going to benefit? That's a post. That why, that's a post. Ask yourself what you find yourself looking at on social media. Do you find yourself watching stories? Do you find yourself watching reels? Do you find yourself watching lives? Do you find yourself only scrolling through posts? Where do you find yourself focused on when you are looking at people's social media just for fun? And then what I want you to ask yourself when you figure that out, for me, it's stories. I love watching people's stories. I feel like it's the most real. I feel like it's the most unperfect, messy part of somebody is in their stories. And so for me, I put a lot of energy and make sure that my stories are there because I want to relate to people like me who also watch stories. So for you, if you find yourself constantly scrolling and watching reels and TikToks, well, guess what? It's time you start making reels and TikToks. If you find yourself really, really deep in stories and watching stories and interacting with people, well, it's time that you go live in your stories and talk and introduce yourself and share your personality. If you find yourself watching people doing makeup lives on Facebook, well, guess what? It's time that you do a get ready with you story live on Facebook and wear your DFT. And while you're getting ready, because that's what you're attracted to is watching other people's makeup or hair or whatever it may be, if they're cooking, wear your DFT, talk about your products, and do your hobbies. What you're attracted to, you're going to attract. But if you are not also doing those things, if you're just watching reels, but then you're not putting up a reel, you're not utilizing the parts of social media that you love the most. If you love something on social media, why are you not using it for your business? Truthfully. For me, I found myself watching reels. So what did I start doing? I started making reels. They're nothing fancy. I literally sit on my couch with my phone like this and make a reel. Like if you've ever watched my reels, they're always like this, and like I'm laying on my couch because I'm not a fancy person. I don't know, I call them Petty Betty reels. That's what I do. I make them about the products, about the comp plan, about people watching my stories that don't follow me. Like that's what I think is funny and attracts, and I'm attracted to. So that's what I make because it's fun to me. Make it fun. You take the fun away from this business and instantly it becomes something you don't want to do. So find what you're most attracted to on social media and start making your business fun again. That is a huge part of content. Another really fun thing, and I'm going to get into a little bit more things with content of how I how I continue to find ideas. Because I feel like the most common question I get is, how every day do I have something? Right? How every day for 3 years have I been able to post? Well, okay, I won't lie, like 2.5 years, I've probably been posting every single day since I had my like come to Jesus moment. If y'all have been here for a while, then if you know, you know, okay? You know? So what I do is I like to, I'm reading my notes. So if I'm looking down, that's why. I like to really look through my older posts. So say that you made a kick-ass post. Well, once you post it, it's not like you're going to post it once a week. But what you can do is you can turn it into an opportunity story. Guess what? Now it's getting more views. You can take what you put as an opportunity post and turn it into an opportunity reel, turn it into an opportunity story. And then guess what? That amazing caption that you wrote about the products, about the comp plan, about why you're here is now being shared on your stories, and you can use it multiple times. I use similar stories almost every week. I switch them up every now and then, and I take out my pictures, which is going to be what I want to talk about next. Once you make a really good opportunity story, you can reuse it by switching out your pictures, by updating it. If you do not have the app Unfold, it's great for this kind of stuff, especially as newbies. If you are new to opportunity stories, if you're new to stories in general, I suggest downloading Unfold and turning some of your opportunity posts into opportunity stories. They have the layouts right there to where you literally don't have to like overthink a layout. You can just type in some stuff, add pictures, move to the next one, pick a layout, add pictures, type in some stuff. And I would highly suggest everybody get that. So the next thing I want to talk about is don't get wrapped up in the secret of our product or company. If you don't share, they won't know. I think with attraction marketing, so many people think you have to keep everything a secret, right? Have you ever felt that way where it's like, if I want to do attraction marketing, I can't say I'm with Thrive. Y'all, I literally scream Thrive from the rooftops. I wore a hat today that said Thrive. Like I scream it from the rooftops. That's not what attraction marketing is. Attraction marketing isn't taking something and keeping it locked up at like it's Fort Knox, right? It's not like, oh, I can't share my product name. I can't share the company name. I can't share anything because then they won't message me. Attraction marketing of content is making yourself relatable, taking your products, taking your comp plan, and forming it in with your lifestyle. So it's your lifestyle is you sprinkling in your products and your comp plan. So if you are so afraid to use the word Thrive in your posts, we need to get over that. Y'all, today my caption was something about how I turned vitamins into a whole damn business. There's no secret in that. Literally, our products are vitamins. So don't worry about keeping everything such a secret and such like tight knit to where you're so worried that if you spill the beans or you share details or anything like that, that no one's going to message you. That's not the case. Attraction marketing isn't what can I withhold? It's what can I share about myself and talk about how the products or the comp plan helped you do that with your life. Again, it's 80% life, 20% products and comp plan into that caption. Okay, so keep that in mind if you're nervous about sharing and you are focusing on more on how do I not share. I want you to share the details because nobody's going to know unless you tell them. If you are not sharing about the products and the opportunity daily, people aren't going to know. Not every single day do people see your posts. Not every single day do people see your stories. And even more than that, the people who see your stories might never see your posts and vice versa. So if you're only utilizing one thing, you're losing more than half your network. When you utilize captions in your posts and stories and reels and lives, you are literally hitting such a larger market of your network than you could ever imagine. It's crazy. But if you are only utilizing posting every other day and it's more Pinterest than it is business, well, you're really good at posting an inspirational quote. But is that going to build you a business? Is that going to have somebody messaging you about your products? If I shared a quote versus me sharing how I haven't had to have coffee for 3 years, which one is going to get somebody to message me about my products? Probably the me sharing that I don't drink coffee anymore, right? Not the quote off of Pinterest. So keep that in mind when you're sharing about attraction marketing. And then the biggest thing for content is adding value. Add value. Make sure, and when I say add value, because I've been asked before, what do you mean add value? So for me, oh, is it lagging? Let's see, hold on. Let me switch my Wi-Fi. Hold on one second. I'm gonna cut off. Okay, is that better? Is that better? Sorry, I want to make sure that, yeah, okay, cool. Sorry. We have multiple Wi-Fis and don't mind me. Sometimes I have to switch them up mid-Zoom. It's great living out here with, yeah, it's great. I'm pretty sure that the alligators have a lot more Wi-Fi service than I do, but it's fine. Okay, add value. And I get asked all the time how you add value. And for me, it's sharing why I'm here, sharing why I'm using the product, sharing why I chose this company. When you're adding value to something, it means you're trying to help others. So for me, when I am sharing why I am here, why these products after 3 years, why this comp plan after 3 years, or why you said yes to this, when you are able to share that and add value that way, you're going to start to build relationships and people are going to wonder. That's that sprinkle of wonder. And then are you being you, or are you just pitching products and a comp plan? So when it comes to content, I want you to think if you are solely just spitting out what our products have in them, or the fact that we have bonuses and no monthly fees and no auto ship requirements and blah, 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 all the things that we have that's amazing that are on your fives list. Are you just spewing those out, or are you actually sharing why those are important to you? So when you are creating content, I want you to focus around the why. Dig deep into your why. And then last but not least, before I pass it off to Taylor, and then I'll start reading through the chat and writing down some questions to answer for y'all. But I really, really want you to know that if you don't start and you wait till you are ready, you're going to be waiting forever. If you don't stick with it and you constantly wait and you're constantly starting and stopping, and this is why I'm having Taylor talk about this, because she had never done network marketing before. And she joined me almost two years ago when, well, no, because Rylan was just born. So like a year and a half ago in 2019, when these rank advancement bonuses were launched last time, they didn't have the other extras on top of it, but they paid your rank. She went 4K and earned a $4,000 bonus. Never had been with network marketing before. She was petrified to post. She constantly, every single day, was asking me what she needed to do, and my response was, you need to post. Once she got out of her own way, she hit her VIPs, earned a $4,000 bonus, is now a 12K leader, working towards a $40,000 bonus, and she's going to earn it based off of her volume. I just know it's going to happen. But not only that, her work ethic. So I want you guys to listen to kind of that flip in her script and her mindset of getting out of her own way, because her biggest question to me day after day after day for the first probably 11 days because she didn't start working towards her VIPs until her last like 3 days because she wouldn't post. She finally got out of her own way and she posted and she hit her VIPs, but it took her 11 days of me literally probably 4 times a day telling her, did you post? And then she'd be like, well, what do I need to do? You need to post. Okay, but like really, what do I need to do? You need to post. So I want you guys to listen to how she went from being petrified to post, scared of what everybody thought, never done network marketing before, to on her, not only did she pick up a 4K bonus in 2019, she is 12K, meaning she gets her car paid for by the company, and she is getting ready to pick up a $40,000 bonus this year. So Taylor, you want to unmute yourself? I don't know if you can. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Hi guys. So yeah, I still remember like when I was in my VIP period and Linz would just send 4 capital letters when I asked what I needed to do, and it was post, and I was like, I had every excuse in the book. Like, I don't have a picture. People are going to laugh at me. What are people going to say? I just posted yesterday. Like, I was under this impression that you could only make a post on Instagram and be like politically correct if your post was like once a month. Like, okay, you signed up for a social media business. You can't do that. Something that helped me flip the script, and honestly, even when I was getting in my own way a few months ago, I wrote this down to myself, and it really helped me. You're here, right? You've already put yourself out there. So if you're scared of what other people are going to think, I want you to ask yourself which way you would rather have this go. You've already put yourself out there. You're already that girl. You're already in network marketing. You're already killing it in your business. Wouldn't it be better to not quit and see what happens if you just stay consistent and you show them what's possible? Or, because I mean, personally, I'd be more embarrassed if I was like, yeah, never mind, did that. I'm just like every other person on your newsfeed who tried something and then quit. So by staying consistent, you show them, right? And you're telling that story. I have people who message me now and they're like, all right, girl, I've watched you for the past year. I thought you were going to quit. Like, I thought like no one sticks with these companies. No one does this. But I see that you're still around. So you must have your hands on something. And I'm like, yeah, it's gold. Hi, it's me. Same thing with putting even just my capsules in my stories every single day. Do you guys know? I used to be like, what do you mean every day? What, I have to put the products in my stories every day? And people, do you think people laughed? Yeah, probably. But guess what? Now it's like a joke. Like my cousin the other day was like, Taylor, I'm so used to seeing your capsules every day. I'm kind of like, how's she going to show them today? And then it's like a running joke with my family and like my closest friends. They know I'm awake if I've posted my capsules. Like if they're trying to get a hold of me and they're like, oh, her capsules aren't up yet. Okay, she's still sleeping. It's become my brand, but you have to embrace it, right? And wouldn't it be so much better to not stop and not be that girl where you prove them all right, right? If people are making fun of you, if people are, talking or laughing or whatever, or you just think they are, wouldn't it be better to be the girl who ends up earning a $40,000 bonus and being like, yeah, thanks for laughing. Money talks, not, I don't really care what you say. I mean, I'm going to like get emotional now, but I just think that's so much better. You've already put yourself out there. So why not just be consistent now and show them what happens when you're consistent? Because they've already seen what happens when people join a company and they fall off. They see that all the time. People start a company 2 weeks later. Oh, they're never on Instagram anymore. Like, I wonder what happened. That must have not been too successful. So show them what happens when you keep going and build that trust with your audience. If you can't be consistent for yourself in your own business, how are they going to trust that you're going to help them build an impactful business? Because they're not. If you're posting once every 2 weeks, they're not going to trust that you're going to be there to mentor them every single day and show them something sustainable. And the thing is, like, you can have the prettiest preset in the world. That's great. Fantastic. But that's not going to build your business, right? Like, if you just keep waiting to show up until you think you're perfect, you're never going to. And like when I first started, I had braces. I mean, I have them again now, but I was like, Linz, I can't post. I can't take new pictures. I have braces. I don't want people to see that. Okay, guess what? I got over it and I posted and we made it work, right? Like, you have to find ways to make things work. And I was talking about this on the work with me this morning. I used to try to hide the fact that I lived at home and my sister is crazy and my stepdad is crazy and he tells corny jokes and like the whole house is crazy. Like if I go live, everything's crazy. You never know what's going to happen. But guess what? I used to like delete videos. I would take one and then I'd like, my little sister would do something in the back. So I would delete it, get mad at her and be like, Bella, I'm trying to do this. Like it needs to be perfect. And then I realized perfect is not relatable. Like people actually relate to whatever's going on in the background because if you're perfect and you're showing up, they're like, okay, well, I can never do that. My house is never quiet. But if like shit's hitting the fan in the background and you're still going live or you're still face to face on your stories, they're like, well, great. If she can do that, I can do it. So show up before you're ready. Show up before you feel perfect. You're never going to be perfect. And honestly, you wouldn't want to be because then it's not relatable. And like get creative with your content today. I told Linz and Christina today, I went to Causeway, so it's like a little water place in Tampa where I rollerblade, and I didn't have anyone to take my picture, but guess what? I had a mirror in my car, and we got a picture taken because my selfie camera doesn't work too well. We had a lot of obstacles to overcome, but we did it. The selfie camera, you know how it's like lower quality? I wanted like the back camera. I propped up a mirror from my makeup bag in my car, propped it up, and I got it taken, right? And then I got out of my car and I propped my phone up with this cup. Like I'm not using anything fancy here. This cup right here and self-timer, and I stood in front of the water and I got another picture. So really like the excuses, you have to get past them. You have to get creative and get out of your own way because you're the only thing that's stopping you. I don't know. I think I just rambled. I hope that helped.
Oh, I didn't know if you were done. Okay, cool. Thank you. No, I love that. Okay, so my biggest thing is when it comes to content is you have to realize the only person who is basically making it impossible is yourself. Okay, I need you to know that at the end of the day, if you want pictures, go take some freaking pictures. Taylor literally just told you she used her cup and her phone, propped it up, and used self-timer. You know that saying that if you want something bad enough, you get it done? How bad do you want this? If you're running for 4K, how bad do you want that $4,000 bonus? If you're running for 12, 40, 80, 200, how bad do you want it? Get it done. The only person who can do this is you. We can show up here every single day, and we do. We have work with me's, we have trainings, we have so many resources in the team page. But if you're waiting for one of us to say, okay, this is what you need to post, you're going to be waiting a really long time, like forever. Because none of us are ever going to say this, copy and paste this. Why? We don't want a bunch of copy and paste robots as a team. We want a team full of individuals that are so rooted in who they are that that's what they share. Be you. There's so many people trying to be like other people. There are companies that literally teach you to just copy and paste scripts, to just copy and paste whatever it may be, right? You're not going to get that here. I want you to be you. I want you to, is it fine to take inspiration from people? Of course, but I want it to be you. I want you to create captions around why. Why do you love that product? Why do you love Tuesdays? Why on Monday, why is Monday different? What did it used to look like pre-Thrive? And why is today, the fact that you can take your Thrive on a Monday means so much better? I've seen on stories multiple times today, Mondays don't suck. Your vitamins do, or something like that. Like my Mondays don't suck, but yours, whatever it was. I saw so many things about how Mondays suck. Why do yours not suck? Why? Instead of just saying it, why don't you share why it doesn't? A lot of times we overthink so many things. Don't let you be one of the things that you overthink. Know what you want. Share why you're here. Don't overthink your own why. And I know it's easier said than done. coming from Queen Overthinker herself. But I need you to truthfully stop second guessing your own beliefs. You're going to come up with amazing whys for products every single day, for this company every single day. But if you are constantly telling yourself that it's not enough, you are always going to believe yourself. You have to flip the script when it comes to captions. You have to stop second guessing yourself. When you tell yourself why you love this, no one's going to tell you that you're wrong. Not a single person is going to read your post and message you and say, you're wrong. You can't love it for that. Well, excuse a fucking me. Yeah, I can. It's me, and I'm going to love it for why I love it. It is you, okay? And I need you to know that at the end of the day, why you love something, why you are here, why you chose Thrive, why you chose to show up on a Monday, that is important, and that needs to be shared. Your story is important. You don't need my story. You don't need Taylor's story. You don't need M's story. You don't need Katie's story. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what got a hold of me, but it's me. I don't even know if that's a word. But you don't need our stories. You need your story, and you need to run with it. That's all it takes to make content. So I'm going to answer a couple questions. If you guys have questions, I'm going to go off of the post that I made, but I'm going to do about 15 minutes of questions. So hit the chat with whatever you would like to know about anything. The first question that I have here is how to post coming back from a dry spell. So I think that you mean like if you are restarting. So one, in order to stop having to restart, stop stopping. But how to post is jump in. I think the biggest misconception when it's restarting, and I think I saw Ariel. She restarted, she came back. And I think that the biggest thing of restarting yourself in this business, whether you walked away and left, or you just kind of quit on yourself for a little bit, is just to do it. There is never going to be a perfect. You don't have to say, hey guys, I'm back. All you have to do is just start posting. Nobody's going to message you and be like, did you leave? Because you haven't posted in a while. They're never going to notice that, but they will notice that you have stopped posting about it. They're not going to notice if you just all of a sudden are back running. They're going to follow along, but they're not going to hop in your inbox and be like, where did you go? People want to trust you. If somebody is interested, think about the person that you joined. If it's not me, even if it is me, but think about the person that you joined. Why did you join them? Probably because they were sharing about the products and company and it excited you. What part of that excited you? And I guarantee you that, especially me, if you joined me, if I would have stopped posting for a week or 2 weeks, or I only posted once a week, you probably would not be here right now. If I was your enroller. Why? Because who wants to join anybody that isn't committed to something? If you are joining a business, they want to know, the biggest thing is that you're going to be there for them. We're selfish by nature. So the biggest thing that they're going to notice is if you don't show up, because if you don't show up for yourself, you're not going to show up for others. Simple as that. So just do it, basically. Long-winded in true Lynn's fashion, to just do it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the comeback is, I didn't quit, but 2 years ago, y'all know my story. The comeback for me has been something that I will never take for granted. So make your comeback better and hit it strong. Don't waste it. When you enroll a new promoter, what do you do to help them succeed and make sure that they have everything they need to succeed? The team pages, 100% the team pages. If you're trying to reinvent the wheel and come up with like new things, you're wasting your time. And I mean that with so much love, because we literally have so many systems in place in all team pages. It doesn't matter which one you're on. Everybody should be in the hustling, and the units, unit 1 and unit 2 are gold. literally gold for first 14 days. And then using the topics in the team pages is another really important thing. Walk them through. The biggest thing is don't try and reinvent the systems, because the systems are there so that way the water gets down to the end of the creek. It doesn't stop and like drift off into this area. It just goes all the way down, because I know for sure that if somebody enrolls on my level 20, they're getting the same information as somebody who enrolls directly with me. And that's important, because when you have an entire team that is trained the same way, and especially one like ours, because we're pretty damn good, y'all. Like I'm gonna again toot our own horns, but we're a badass team. There are other teams, and I'm sure that there are people on here right now from other teams that love our trainings, that would love to be a part of our team page, that would love to have access to our systems for their newbies. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't take it for granted. Use it. Trust me, use it. It's exactly what I do. I don't do anything different. I tag them in units. You can see in the comments every single person I've tagged. I continue to use the systems in place because that's what I want you guys to use, and it works. Adding in new platforms, TikTok or Snapchat interaction posts. So I don't have Snapchat. I don't really like it. I didn't really understand it. I thought it was silly. Something goes away, like you have to send it to one person. I don't know. It just sounded strange to me. So I don't use Snapchat. TikTok, I feel like is very similar to Reels. And instead of trying to grow another platform, I figured why not really monopolize, or whatever that word, I'm going to say capitalize. I might be wrong, but y'all can fill in the blank. I'm going to really grow the places that I'm at and I have following. And since Reels is just like TikTok, to me, I would rather grow my Instagram, and really, really, run with it. And Ariel just said that TikTok no longer allows people to promote network marketing on their platform. So don't waste your time. Well, there you go. Focus on Reels, because that way you're growing your Instagram. And little fun fact, when platforms roll out new things and you use them, they're going to push your content out. So Instagram rolled out Reels recently. If you are utilizing that, your content's going to be seen by a lot more people, because they want to obviously take the people from TikTok. So they're going to push out your material. It's free advertisement. Use it. We just talked about Reels, and then I'll get to the chat section for questions too. How to keep your followers interested without blowing up your feed with selfies. Switch up your pictures. If all of your pictures are like this, Taylor just said what she does. Self-timer. Get creative. If every single one of your pictures is a selfie, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but think about it. If you went to somebody's page and it was the same exact this in every single square, would you follow along? Or are you going to follow along with somebody who the squares are telling a story? My favorite thing is my squares share my branding fives. It tells my story. Snapchat started as a photography site. So for me, I make sure that my fives are screaming in all of my pictures and all of the photography. And I'm not talking professional photography. I use my iPhone. Rob takes it and I use Lightroom. Every picture is right now probably in my house because I don't really leave. I have a little one, and honestly, I just like being at home. So like my office, the counters, the couch, my front door, everywhere I have pictures in my house. Don't be afraid to use blank walls. My entire house is painted agreeable gray, and it just so happens that my preset is like a gray tone, so it works out really well with me. Pick a preset if you are interested in presets, and I highly suggest it for that aesthetically pleasing. But again, I want to say that your pictures, as long as you're telling a story, it's fine. Aesthetically pleasing is eye-catching. And if you really want to build your brand, I highly suggest it. It's putting that effort into it. But this is how you're going to keep people interested, and that you're not going to spam people. And try to avoid selfies if you can. I like mirror pictures, but as far as like selfies like this, I try and only use those for like my reel covers and stuff like that. But I really like to do like throw in a mirror picture every now and then if I don't have anything. How do you keep your followers interested without posting too much during the day? And how do you keep people curious? Stories. I post once, and it's normally in the morning during my one main round of IPAs before I dive into like my team and stuff. So for me, I really like to use stories throughout the entire day. That is where you're going to be able to show behind the scenes. That is where you're going to be able to show you. Excuse me. That is where you're going to be able to show your personality. You can hop in there and talk. You can hop in there and sell samples. You can hop in there and do an opportunity story. You can hop in there and show your son sweeping the sidewalk like I did today. The boy loves his broom. I don't know. But you can show all these things, and it's just you. You keep your face in that little bubble, and you're on Facebook and on Instagram. You keep your face present and at the front of everybody's social media when you are using stories. Because when you sign into Facebook and Instagram, it's the first thing you see are stories. Okay, I think I got all of those. So I saw a question up here, I thought. How do you talk about payday if you haven't received a paycheck? Just because, and I mean this with so much love, but just because you have not created a paycheck does not mean you can't enroll somebody tomorrow that won't run and be 4K in 4 days, 12K at 12 days. And I mean this with love, and I hope you hear it in my heart, but your success does not determine your downline success. Your downline can outrun you. You are showing an opportunity. And if the fact that if your paycheck is stopping you from sharing, then you're never going to actually grow a paycheck. And again, I mean that with so much love. I'm not saying that you're never going to grow a paycheck like ever. I just mean if you are allowing the fear of something like that to stop you from sharing an opportunity with somebody else, you are limiting your chances of growth. Fear does not allow growth. And that's exactly where stuff like that comes from. Opportunity stories. If you have not watched one of my opportunity Zooms, like story-wise, get to my YouTube and watch one. If you're in my downline, I did a Canva training and it's on Limitless, and I would watch that. I walk through exactly how to do a generic opportunity story. I have an older opportunity story on my YouTube for anybody to watch, and I walk you through how to do it. You can share generic stats about your team. You can say you're a part of a multi-million-dollar team. You can say, you can say you're fives. You do not have to scream that you make that your paycheck. Not a single opportunity story has to have that you make six figures. Like you don't have to ever share how much you make. You can though, however, share, and you should, however, share the opportunity in general, because it's not about opportunity stories are not about you. Opportunity and payday stories are about what's possible for somebody else. You have to take you out of every single opportunity story that you make if you want to attract others, because when people are watching about growth and about money and about building, they're in the mindset of themselves. So if you are in the mindset of yourself, they're not going to be attracted to you because you're not putting out to the world about them. You're putting out to the world about you. People are, when it comes to making money, they want to make money, right? They don't want to make you money. They want to make money. So if your opportunity stories are geared towards them, they're going to be geared towards messaging you and joining you because you want to help them. So take yourself out of it. Can I post the same words every day until I get better at wording? No, I would not post. I don't know what that question was exactly for, but no, I do not suggest sharing the same exact thing every single day. Switch it up. When I first started, I did every other day, product opportunity, product opportunity, product opportunity, product opportunity. And then I ran with it. Now, because of where I am in my business, I mainly share about the opportunity and the products in my stories. But I hit the opportunity really, really hard. That's just my favorite part about yes, I love our products. Do not get me wrong, but I came here for the business opportunity side. I just want to make sure I got all the questions. How many no's do you take before you move on? I can't because XYZ. You can't because XYZ. They keep giving reasons. I don't convince anybody. So if they tell me no, I believe them. And that might sound weird, but if somebody comes to me and they say, I can't do this because of this. I just say, okay, I'm here when you're ready. I may follow up and just say like, hey, let me know. I was just touching base. Do you have any questions? But I don't convince anybody, because somebody who is convinced to join this business is not ready to run. And I run and I want to run. So those who join me, I want to make sure that they want to run, and I will never convince a single person to join me. If you have to convince someone, then they don't want it bad enough. My YouTube is Lindsay Reed Coggin, R-E-I-D, I think. It's from before I was married, and then I think I just added Coggin. There was a question about income. There's an income disclosure, and you can read that, and that should be posted. I need to get better at that. I need to, as I'm telling you guys, I am working on getting better at posting the income disclaimer on all of my stuff. But if you're talking about bonuses, about getaways, about VIPs, or about the Lavelle Millionaire Award, you have to post the income disclaimer. So I think I went through them all. Sorry, I tried to get through all the questions before we hit the hour mark, so I didn't hold you guys here too long. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Get that content created. Sit down and ask yourself why. Why these products? What is your favorite product currently? Everybody has a favorite product right now, whether it be the 3 steps in general, if you're brand new and that's all you've tried, or if you're here like me and currently my favorite products are Sculpt and Activate. I love our 3 steps, do not get me wrong, but Sculpt and Activate are like my jam right now. Mom Fuel, you know. If maybe your favorite product right now is the new Thirst, really sit down and ask yourself what your favorite product is currently and why, and that's what you should be screaming from the rooftops. Ask yourself why this company today? Why did you wake up and work your business? Scream that from the rooftops. When you're creating opportunities, remove yourself out of it and put the potentials in it. You'll thank yourself so much more. The less you talk about you, and the more you talk about what's up for grabs, the more people are going to be attracted to you, because you're not talking about yourself. I learned this the hard way. I used to always share about what I had done until I learned nobody gives 2 shits what I've done. They only want to know what I can help them do. So when you're creating opportunity posts, when you're creating opportunity stories, remove yourself from it and put them into it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next Monday. Taylor, thank you so much for being amazing and hopping on and sharing your story. We love you, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye.